Hello, this is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. This video is about my little Altoids kit. This is my little Slingshot Field Kit. Originally, I wasn't going to do any filming of this, but I recently watched a video of similar nature from a YouTube channel called Vandal, and his YouTube channel is all about slingshots and unpackaging videos, shooting, etc., etc. And I got inspired by his kit that he just recently posted. So I thought, and I watched it and I learned from it, and I modified my kit just a little bit to basically just to make it work a little bit better. So what I've got here is like a little Altoids kit in here. I'm going to open this up and show you what's inside of it. And basically it's just like, in the event of where I forget my slingshot, by some chance I leave it in the car or I leave it at home and I'm out in the woods and suddenly I don't have anything available. So basically this little kit here that I can keep in my pocket, I keep in my car, that way I have some options here of which I can actually use, so that way I can make up a slingshot right there in the field. So this one right here, of course, obviously I'm still got a lot of carving left to go, but you know, this is gonna make for a good slingshot. I'm definitely gonna make something really nice out of this. So first and foremost, of course, let's pull it out. I'm not gonna pull out every last little bit of it because some of it's a little annoying to get in and out of the bag. I'm gonna show you what I mean in a second. So that's what it looks like on the inside. I got a lot of steel ammo in there. So first and foremost, of course, obviously, is the steel ammo that's in there. It's 3/8 steel ammo. This is what's most widely sold in most stores around where I live. So I got a good handful in there. I'm not sure how many shots exactly. I just kind of like stuffed all the little empty spaces filled with steel ammo. But all in all, it's not really all that heavy, and doesn't make a whole lot of noise either. So the one thing I did not have in here before, but I did in fact add because I saw from Vandal, is a coin. Why? It's because one of my slingshots, which is this, so happens to be this one right here. This is this new Scout that I just had in the recent video. I decided to use the quick clips on here that are screwed on. And this takes a flathead screwdriver, and obviously I'm not going to be carrying around a flathead screwdriver everywhere I go. But I do have a pocket knife, but I don't want to use the pocket knife. So that's where the coin's going to come into play. So this is going to be working basically as our little flathead screwdriver. So that way you can tighten it up, loosen it off, replace the bands if need be. So that's the one thing that definitely I learned from Vandal. These elastic bands here are more for the purpose of keeping the container closed, preventing it from opening and everything falling out. But I can still use these elastic bands. I can snip them on one side and use them as tie-offs to tie the flat bands onto this new slingshot that I carve into the woods with me. Oops. So all in all, let's see, I got about here, probably about 25-30 shots in there. Not bad. So here's the bag. In here I got 2 band sets as well as ties. As I said before, this is the part I'm not going to open up because it's a bit of a pain in the butt to get this all in here and get it out and then get it back out in again. So I have some examples right here I'm going to show you right here now, so that way you can get an idea of what's in there. First and foremost is these nice tie-offs. These are the latex materials from the resistance bands, the exercise bands that I originally purchased for making slingshot bands with before I started using the TheraBand silver material. But I cut these roughly about 3/16 of an inch to a 1/4 inch wide, and they're roughly about 4 inches long, and they're really stretchy. So it works really good for tying the bands onto your slingshots, assuming I don't have the clips on there in case I need them. So in that little bag there's probably about, I think about 6 of these little ties that I have in there. Also, for the 2 bands that are in here are not actual just standard bands like these. They're actually, they're mine. I made them myself. They are the TheraBand Silver. Of course, everybody says TheraBand Gold is obviously the best way to go, but unfortunately, the place that I went to go and get the material, they didn't have any gold anymore. All they have is TheraBand Silver. So what I've done here is I like to have options. So what I've done is I made this instead. Instead of just putting in the regular bands like that, I actually put them like this looped. So they're not 2 bands and attached to the pouch. This is basically just one big circular loop kind of thing. And the reason why I put this, and there's 2 of this by the way, exactly the same, both the same length and everything. And the reason why I put 2 of this exactly into the little bag there is, for one, I can use the frameless slingshot shooting. I don't need the frame, I can use my hand. So put the ammo in here, and what I do is I stick this around my finger just like that, give it a bit of a stretch, and this is how I shoot. So I can shoot just like this, just fine. I do it a lot. Still work just like with regular slingshots. I'm still working on my accuracy. But anyways, as I was saying, is that I like to have options. So I can use this for frameless slingshot shooting, but I also have the second one there, so that way what I can do is I'll fold the pouch just like that, so it's nice and even, and just right up to the very end. And then right at the very end, I'll just stick my knife through there, just cut that, or I can snip it off with scissors or something of the sort. And that way I've got a perfectly good band set to attach onto a frame slingshot. And I still have, and it's a perfect draw, perfect length, so that way I got enough for that 1 inch to tie off onto the framework itself and still be able to pull back to my draw length. So here, even with this on my thumb right here, you know, I could pull it right back to my ear, which is what my draw length is anyways. So, as I said, I like to have the options, so that's why I include 2 just like this, instead of just having the 2 regular band sets, because I do enjoy shooting frameless, but I also like shooting bands that's just like these as well. So, anyways, there was one thing from Canned Vandal's video that I did not put in, which was the little ring on your little finger ring that's meant for shooting frameless. Instead of having it looped like mine, he'll take a regular band set and you can attach it onto that ring. So you slip it on the ring on your finger, and then you shoot frameless. I have a ring of a very similar nature, but unfortunately for me, I can't seem to get the ring thing to work for me. It just doesn't feel very comfortable. I don't like the feel of it. Maybe it's just the ring, but just in general, it just doesn't feel all that comfortable at all. But shooting it like this, I like it a lot more better like that. So that's what's in this pouch right here. That's basically 2 of these. One of the pouches is black leather and the other is brown leather. That's the only real difference. And you got a whole bunch of these little ties that are in there as well. So I always have my pocket knife with me all the time. I will always have some form of carving tool, so that way I can get myself an all-natural fork. I'll carve these up, of course I'll cut this down a little bit, carve the ends as I need to, and I can always just tie on bands and boom, you're ready to go. So this is my little Slingshot Field Kit out of my Altoids tin container. Try it for yourself, you know. You can definitely get, you know, whether you use the bands that I used or use professional bands like the ones that come with these, you know, it's entirely up to you. Try it out for yourself. Have some fun with it. I know I will. This is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. Stay safe, have fun.